speaking of Super Rugby, as I've been waffling away here, it's because we've got him online. He has just finished training and he's just about to join us. Sekope Kepu is in Tonga. Now, we've had Sekope on the program before. I love talking to him. He's the most capped Wallaby prop. He's played for New South Wales 141 times. He's now at Moana Pasifika. And MP are playing for the first time in Tonga against the Highlanders. It's 2:05 tomorrow. So he was born in Sydney, Sekope, lived his life in New Zealand, and then went to Australia, of course, represented them. Tongan parentage. So a really special time for everyone that is involved in this fixture. He joins us. Thanks so much again. I appreciate your time, mate. You're in Tonga. How's it been?
Yeah, man, it's beautiful. Obviously, pretty warm, but as expected, sort of just getting through the final preps now.
Well, this is a massive game for both teams with playoff implications. So, I mean, it's almost like a prelim final before a final. Is that how you're treating it?
Yeah, I mean, we try not to read into that stuff. We haven't spoken about that during the week. We've just sort of trying to get our prep right. Obviously, it's a big occasion, coming back to Tonga and for the first time for a lot of things. So we're just focusing on the game, and we believe if we execute the stuff that we've planned for, then that should go a long way to getting us a victory.
When you say it's a big occasion, though, there's a lot of stuff going around the team. There's a lot of commitments. There's a lot of people are going to want to touch you, shake your hand, all of that. I don't want to call it distractions, but how do you deal with it all?
I mean, we did get in a little bit later in the week. It hasn't been too busy, to be honest. There is a couple of guys that obviously their families are still here, and they've gone and seen them, but they understand the job at hand. They, the rugby is obviously the big picture, and we need to get a result. So the boys have been pretty sensible around that, and their families have been visiting hotels and whatnot. Trainings have been good. There's been not too overwhelming numbers, but obviously because it's still Friday, Thursday, yesterday.
Sure. But
no, the boys have been good. It hasn't been a distraction or anything. It's been I think they've managed that quite well.
Sekope, describe to us the physical surroundings. You've played rugby at the very highest level, so you've also enjoyed the privileges of the nice travel, the great hotels, the great training facilities, everything else. How different is it playing at Nuku'alofa?
Yeah, mate. Actually, the field is quite nice at the moment. It's obviously very humble little stadium, but personally one that I as a kid always used to hear the old man speak about and all the family. So to be able to run out here on Saturday is a bucket list for me and a lot of the boys. So it's home for a lot of the boys. It's the motherland. So I guess it's humble and it's warm, it's hot, but it's the fans is what makes this great game special, right? It's the numbers, the children, the kids, and all the families that they get to turn out here on Saturday to watch a Super Rugby game live is a dream come true, not only for us but for them.
Yeah, it's so well put. I could just imagine that people have been looking forward to this for months over there.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as it was announced, there's a lot of chat around the Tongan community, around people coming back here and coming back for the game, and I don't think there was enough flights for those for all the people that wanted to come back. But look, it's I mean, it's a moment in time, and it's a bit of history,
Good on you,
for Tonga, and a lot of great players have come out of here and have a lot of ties to none other than the late Jonah Lomu.
Yes, of course.
He paved the way for a lot of us, and Willie O from Australia.
Yep.
Willie O from Ngawe. So, these people have never, some have never left the country, and have only seen and watched rugby, Super Rugby on TV. So, for them to be able to watch it live and, get a feel of what Super Rugby is like is pretty special in itself.
Sekope, I love the fact that you brought up Willie O and his story where he captained, I think, the under-19s. Quite a similar story to yours. And then what?
Yeah,
Immigration wouldn't let him in or something. He goes to Australia.
yeah.
He kicks
They
our
would,
butt in the 1991 Rugby World Cup. I'll never forget it. Just an absolute
yeah,
beast of a player. So for you to reference him, man, that's really special.
yeah. Look, he's one of the godfathers of Tongan rugby, right? He's the pioneer for the Wallabies, and to be honest, that was Jonah was my idol growing up in New Zealand, but then you knew Willie O was the Wallaby, and when I was there, and that's the Tonga community over there is quite big, and he's well respected in those circles, and I used to speak to guys that played with him, and man, he was unbelievable as a player, and I guess the Wallabies were very lucky to have him play for them, and yeah, he did it justice by the way he played.
Yeah, hell yes. So
Yeah,
just for yourself, know that in case people don't know, you're born in Auckland, of course, but you grew up in Sydney, but your parents are Tongan. So just for you to fly back in there, what does it feel like inside?
yeah. Oh, it's pretty special. Parents still have a place here, and I never grew up here, but my older brothers did. We used to come here a lot to visit my grandparents. So the stadium is not too far from where my parents are, where their place is. But yeah, look, I still very, very strong in my Tongan culture, and I grew up in New Zealand in the Tongan culture, and yeah, look, something I'm very proud about, and I hold dearly. To come back here is mate, it's a dream come true. Like I said, I've played all like you said, in places all over the world, but
Yeah.
this is something that hits close to home, and it's I'm still pinching myself really. You play at Twickenham, but you play here at Te Whaiwas. For me, it's just as good, if not better.